to Gail's kitchen. Today we're making roasted strawberry almond galette. Roasting the strawberries brings out such an intense strawberry flavor. I think you're gonna love this sweet little galette. To prepare our strawberries, you need a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper, and you need about a quart of strawberries that have been washed and you've removed the leaves. So toss the strawberries with a couple of tablespoons of sugar. These are going in a 350-degree oven. Cook fresh berries for 20 to 25 minutes, or for frozen berries, cook them about 45 minutes. So our fresh berries roasted for about 25 minutes. You can use frozen berries for this recipe. You just need to cook them about 45 minutes. We have a lot of juice that came from the berries. We're going to pour that into a bowl. And let's get these berries off of here. So they collapse quite a bit, but we're going to mash them and we're going to make a nice filling with them. Roasting the strawberries really intensifies that strawberry flavor. I think you're going to like this. I know I'm going to enjoy them. I take a fork and mash them while they're still warm. Let's add to our warm strawberries 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm adding a heaping 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I go ahead and stir this to dissolve the sugar in the cinnamon. Next thing we're adding is some cornstarch. You can use clear gel if you prefer. I always have cornstarch on hand, so that's what I tend to use. To add 4 teaspoons of cornstarch. Let's just let this sit for just a minute. And you're going to need to add 2 teaspoons of zest. I'm using orange zest, and you can certainly use lemon zest. I like to go ahead and add that zest while this is warm because it helps bring out the oil in the zest. Now let's put this in the refrigerator to cool. You can make the strawberry mixture the day before. This roasted strawberry pie filling can go in the refrigerator for a couple days. I usually leave it in overnight. That gives it time to thicken up and gel. Obviously, you can use a store-bought crust or make, whatever kind of crust you like. An all butter crust, all shortening, or a combination. This is a small crust that I had in the freezer and I wanted to use it up. So I'm going to have a little extra filling. And that's all right. If you've never worked with almond paste before, it is great for lining a pie crust, especially a fruit pie crust. It's very thick and it has a delicious, delicious flavor. This came in a log, so I'm going to mash it a bit, and I probably will not use all of this either. I adore this almond paste, so go ahead and just use your rolling pin. You can put a little bit, you can put a lot. So I'm using about half of that to roll a thin layer of the almond paste just to cover the bottom. It requires a little bit of muscle. It's well worth the reward. The depth of flavor that it adds is just incredible. So that's plenty for the inside of my little galette, and I'm just going to lay it right there. Now let's put some of our roasted strawberries on here, and you do want to leave it in the refrigerator overnight for the easiest results. I'm using a slotted spoon, and I'm going to lay some of this strawberry. You see, the beautiful thing about the galette is you don't have to be specific. I am reserving a little bit of this, so I did make a big batch, so you can make a much larger galette. Pull this up, fold it over like so, and I just love the rustic look of the galette. I love the ease of it. And I love pies and galettes. I'm going to brush this with a little melted butter. I've microwaved about a ½ tablespoon of butter. This was, like I said, a crust I had made and had in the freezer, and it was a small portion, but this is going to be flaky, and I am going to truly enjoy this. This is one of my absolute favorite desserts. If you don't have the almond paste, or you don't want to use the almond paste, you can sprinkle a few almonds on the outside. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and show how that will look. It will add some more beauty to the crust, and it will add a little bit more flavor. And I will touch them with some butter so they lightly brown up as well. It's going to be a delicious, delicious galette. And for all you pie lovers out there that really don't want to deal with crimping and fluting a crust, this is a marvelous alternative. Our galette is going into a 375-degree oven on the next to the bottom rack. Our galette cooked for closer to 45 minutes. And the last 10 minutes, I actually moved it up to the middle rack so that it would brown up a little more. Lining this pastry with the almond paste takes this little galette to another level.